Have you ever felt like there's this untamable fire within you?
Like an urge to lead and conquer.
Exactly. What if I told you this drive wasn't just ambition, but like a cosmic blueprint written right into you?
Hmm.
Welcome to ASTRALX, where we illuminate your cosmic path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
Today we are diving deep into the 2025 cosmic forecast.
Ooh, exciting.
For men blessed with both an Aries sun and Aries, rising a powerful astrological combo.
This double dose of Aries energy, wow, creates a dynamic force shaping your destiny in ways you may not even realize.
So if you're an Aries man or you love one, get ready for some fascinating insights.
It could transform your understanding of yourself and the year ahead.
Let's unravel the essence of the Aries man.
Sounds good.
Okay, our sources describe him as a pioneer, a warrior spirit fueled by action and desire.
But there's a depth to him
There is.
that often goes unnoticed.
Yeah, one quote that really struck me was, "An Aries must be put first. You will do good to remember this."
Ooh, that's a good one.
It sounds a bit demanding on the surface.
Right.
What's the deeper meaning here?
Well, it's not about ego or selfishness.
Okay.
It's about recognizing their inherent need to lead, to initiate, to be at the forefront of their own lives, this self-assuredness. It's part of their charm.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's what draws people to them.
Now add in the Aries rising,
Oh, yes.
and that warrior energy becomes even more pronounced.
Absolutely. It intensifies their confidence, their leadership qualities, makes them a force to be reckoned with.
One source puts it this way: Aries, your perseverance, is the blueprint for success in any endeavor.
So true.
But how can our Aries listeners harness this potent energy effectively in 2025?
That's the million-dollar question, and that's exactly what we are here to unpack.
This double Aries combination is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, indeed. And another quote highlights this perfectly. Aries get things done their way, and they don't always explain themselves to others. Explanations take time, and that's not what Aries signs up for.
Their directness can be refreshing,
It can.
but does it ever backfire?
It can, especially in close relationships where communication and understanding are so important. Their challenge is learning to balance their need for decisive action with the nuances of interpersonal dynamics.
Right.
That's where this 2025 cosmic forecast becomes particularly insightful.
So 2025 is a year of transformation and growth for our double Aries men.
It is.
Let's break it down, starting with career and finances. What do the stars have in store?
Well, the year kicks off with Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, moving through their 11th house of friendships, networks, and long-term goals. This is a powerful time for them to solidify their ambitions, connect with influential people, and potentially reap financial rewards from past efforts.
That sounds like a pretty good way to start the year.
It does.
Our sources suggest this is a prime time for those running their own businesses to expand their network, solidify alliances, and gain traction through support from mentors or influential figures.
Exactly, but as Saturn shifts into their 12th house of the subconscious and spirituality around March, a different energy takes over. It's a period of introspection, urging them to reevaluate their career path and align their work with their soul's purpose.
So a shift from outward expansion to inward reflection.
Precisely. They might feel drawn to work environments that offer more solitude or autonomy, or they may even consider venturing into unexplored territories that resonate more deeply with their inner calling.
Interesting.
It's not about abandoning their ambitions, but rather refining them and ensuring they're aligned with their authentic selves.
This inward focus might also bring unexpected financial challenges.
Yes, there's a possibility of unexpected expenses during this period,
Oh.
urging them to practice financial restraint and focus on their core needs. It's a time to build a solid foundation, perhaps, by reconstructing their budget or seeking ways to stabilize their income.
But don't worry, 2025 isn't all introspection and belt-tightening.
Absolutely not. The cosmos has woven in some wonderful opportunities for growth and abundance.
Okay.
The spring and autumn months, particularly early spring and early autumn, are ripe with potential for new work projects or employment chances. This could manifest as attracting new clients, taking on new responsibilities, or even landing that dream job they've been eyeing.
There's even a hint of international flavor in the air.
Yes, for those open to exploring beyond their usual boundaries, 2025 might present opportunities in international markets or for remote work that allows them to connect with people from diverse cultures.
Nice.
It's an invitation to expand their horizons both literally and figuratively.
However, balance is key. Aries men known for their relentless drive might need a gentle reminder to pace themselves.
Yes. Their challenge is to balance their ambition with self-care. Burning the candle at both ends will only lead to burnout and hinder their progress this year. Calls for them to prioritize rest, recharge their batteries, and nurture their physical and mental well-being.
November brings a surge of positive energy, particularly in the realm of finances.
Indeed, it's a month where their efforts could be recognized and rewarded, potentially leading to bonuses, financial gains, or even meeting a potential business partner who aligns perfectly with their vision. Collaboration is key during this time, leveraging their communication skills to build strong and mutually beneficial relationships.
What about those who are seeking new employment?
Hmm.
What advice do the stars offer?
Patience is their greatest ally. The right opportunity might take a little longer to manifest, but that's not a reason to despair.
Right.
This period is ideal for honing their skills, taking courses, refining their resumes, and engaging in personal development activities that will make them even more attractive to potential employers.
And for our entrepreneurial Aries men?
This is a year for strategic planning and optimizing their business processes. They might feel a pull to step back from day-to-day management and focus on research and development, exploring new ventures, or even delegating tasks to trusted team members.
Okay.
It's a time to work smarter, not harder, and allow their businesses to evolve in a way that supports their long-term vision.
So whether it's climbing the corporate ladder, launching a new venture, or simply seeking more fulfilling work, 2025 offers a dynamic landscape for our Aries men to navigate.
And remember, the stars are simply a guide.
Hmm.
Their success ultimately depends on their willingness to embrace the opportunities presented, make conscious choices, and stay true to their authentic selves.
Now let's shift our focus to the realm of love and relationships.
Okay.
Will 2025 be a year of fiery romance for our passionate Aries men, or are there some cosmic storms brewing?
Love and relationships take on an interesting dynamic for them this year.
Let's start with the good news. What's making their love life sparkle?
Jupiter, the planet of expansion and good fortune, starts the year in a harmonious position, bringing a sense of warmth and support to their family life. They'll feel a strong connection to their loved ones, finding joy in simple moments of togetherness and shared experiences. It's a time to nurture those bonds and appreciate the love that surrounds them.
But as with all things in life, there's a need for balance.
Yes. As the year progresses, Saturn's influence might make them feel emotionally distant or preoccupied with their goals,
Right.
which could create some friction in their relationships.
Okay.
Their challenge is to find that sweet spot between pursuing their ambitions and nurturing their emotional connections.
It's about recognizing that even the most independent Aries man needs love and connection.
Absolutely. One source beautifully captures this sentiment. Aries needs love, just like a baby needs care. Without love, Aries feels lost. It highlights their inherent need for affection, intimacy, and a sense of belonging.
So how can they navigate this potential for emotional distance?
Open and honest communication is their secret weapon, expressing their feelings, listening attentively to their partners, and making a conscious effort to prioritize quality time together can go a long way in strengthening their bonds.
What about those who are single and ready to mingle? Will Cupid's arrow find its mark in 2025?
The early months of the year, particularly January and February, hold potential for meeting someone special, perhaps through social networks, gatherings, or even chance encounters. However, relationships are likely to develop slowly, requiring patience and a willingness to build trust gradually. It's not about instant gratification, but about cultivating a connection that has the potential to deepen over time.
But spring brings a surge of passion and romance.
Oh, yes. The energy shifts as we move into spring, igniting a spark of excitement and attraction.
Okay.
This is a time for both single and partnered Aries men to embrace their playful side, express their affection more freely, and enjoy the thrill of romantic pursuits, whether it's a passionate new fling or reigniting the flame in an existing relationship. Spring is a time to celebrate love in all its forms.
For those in committed relationships, are there any cosmic curveballs to watch out for?
Well, while the overall energy supports love and connection, there might be periods where they feel detached from their partners, particularly during those times when Saturn's influence intensifies their inward focus.
Okay.
Open communication, understanding each other's needs, and finding ways to reconnect emotionally are essential for navigating these bumps in the road.
So it's about recognizing that even the strongest relationships require effort and attention.
Precisely. And this is where the Aries man's inherent strength and determination can work in their favor.
Right.
They're not afraid to face challenges head on. And if they're committed to making a relationship work, they'll find a way to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger than ever.
What about new connections? Will 2025 bring any significant people into their lives?
Absolutely. This is a year for expanding their social circle and forming meaningful connections. Some of these individuals might even play a role in supporting their professional goals or introducing them to new opportunities. It's a time to be open to meeting new people, attending social events, and nurturing those relationships that feel aligned with their path.
The second half of the year, especially July and August, are highlighted as particularly potent for forming partnerships and collaborations.
Yes, the energy during these months is highly conducive to connecting with like-minded individuals, whether in a romantic or professional context. They might find themselves drawn to people who share their passions, their drive, and their vision for the future.
And there's even a hint of karmic encounters in the air.
Intriguing, isn't it? The cosmos has a way of bringing people into our lives at precisely the right moment, and for some Aries men, 2025 might bring encounters with individuals who hold a deeper karmic significance.
Okay.
These relationships might not always be easy, but they offer valuable lessons, opportunities for growth, and a chance to heal old wounds. It's about recognizing that every encounter, even the challenging ones, serves a purpose in their soul's journey.
So from strengthening existing bonds to welcoming new connections, 2025 offers a rich tapestry of relational experiences for our Aries listeners.
And remember, love is a journey, not a destination. It's about learning, growing, and evolving together, both as individuals and as partners.
Now let's turn our attention to the foundation of their lives, home, and family. What energies will shape this area in 2025?
The year begins with a sense of harmony and stability in their home life.
Sounds like a peaceful start.
It is. They'll feel a strong sense of grounding, enjoying the comforts of their home, and cherishing moments with family members. It's a time for creating a sanctuary where they can recharge and find solace from the outside world.
But as we've seen in other areas of their lives, change is on the horizon.
Right?
What shifts are in store for them?
There might be changes in their living situation or transportation.
Okay.
This could manifest as moving to a new home, renovating their current space, or even changing their mode of transportation. These changes might not feel comfortable at first, but they're ultimately laying the groundwork for a more stable and supportive foundation.
It sounds like they're being encouraged to embrace the flow of life, even when it feels a little shaky.
Exactly. These changes might require adaptability and a willingness to step outside their comfort zone, but they'll ultimately lead to a stronger sense of security and belonging. It's about trusting that the universe is orchestrating these shifts for their highest good, even if the reasons aren't immediately apparent.
These changes might also trigger some resistance from family or friends.
Yes, they might face challenges from loved ones who question their decisions or try to hold them back from pursuing their path.
Right.
This is where clear communication and standing firm in their choices become paramount. It's about honoring their own inner knowing and trusting their intuition, even when faced with external doubts or criticism.
The latter half of the year emphasizes family connections.
Yes. As we move into the second half of 2025, their focus shifts towards nurturing family relationships and creating a strong sense of belonging within their home. It's a time for strengthening bonds, creating shared memories, and offering support to those they care about. It's about recognizing that family is a source of strength and grounding, especially during times of change and uncertainty.
So from embracing shifts in their living situation to navigating potential challenges with loved ones, it seems home and family are areas where growth and transformation are intertwined.
Indeed. And remember, a strong foundation starts within. By cultivating a sense of peace, harmony, and love within themselves, they'll naturally create a more supportive and loving environment for their families to thrive.
We've covered a lot of ground exploring the potential highs and lows of career relationships and family life. But what about the foundation of it all, their health and well-being? What guidance do the stars offer in this vital area?
Overall, their health is generally manageable throughout the year.
Okay.
However, specific periods require extra attention and self-care. The first 3 months, especially January and February, might bring bouts of fatigue and exhaustion.
That's not surprising considering their fiery nature and the ambitious energy of the year's beginning.
It's not.
Any advice on how to combat this potential for burnout?
Prioritizing rest and incorporating stress-reducing practices into their daily routines are crucial.
Okay.
This could include getting enough sleep, engaging in relaxing activities, practicing meditation or mindfulness, or spending time in nature. It's about recognizing that taking care of their physical and mental well-being is not a luxury, but a necessity for achieving their goals and living a fulfilling life.
Our sources highlight March and September as potential turning points for their physical and mental health. What should they be aware of during these months?
The stars are a bit cryptic here,
Okay.
suggesting the possibility of fated events that could impact their well-being. These events might not be negative. They could be anything from a minor health scare that prompts them to make positive lifestyle changes to a major life event that shifts their perspective and priorities.
Got it.
The key is to stay attuned to their bodies, listen to their intuition, and seek professional guidance if any health concerns arise.
One source emphasizes the importance of remembering their inherent strength. Aries, your courage is like a shield protecting you on your journey.
Beautiful.
It's a reminder that they have the inner resources to overcome any obstacle.
Absolutely. They possess an incredible resilience and a fighting spirit that will serve them well during challenging times. But even the strongest warrior needs to replenish their reserves.
Right.
It's about recognizing that seeking help when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Yeah.
Whether it's consulting a doctor, talking to a therapist, or simply leaning on their support network, it's essential to utilize the resources available to them.
So in addition to prioritizing rest and stress management, what other practical tips can you offer for maintaining their well-being throughout the year?
A balanced diet is crucial, focusing on nourishing foods that fuel their energy and vitality. Regular exercise is also essential, not just for physical health, but also for managing stress and boosting mood. Finding activities they enjoy, whether it's hitting the gym, going for runs, taking yoga classes, or simply dancing it out, will make it easier to stay consistent with their fitness routine.
Our sources also point out that their feet, lower legs, and bones might need extra TLC in 2025.
That's an interesting detail.
It is.
It suggests paying attention to their footwear, incorporating foot massages or stretches into their routine, and ensuring they're getting enough calcium and vitamin D for bone health.
Okay.
It's about listening to their bodies and addressing any aches or pains proactively.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's tap into the wisdom of some renowned astrologers who specialize in all things Aries. What insights do they offer for navigating 2025?
Rebecca Gordon, known for her expertise in Aries astrology, emphasizes the importance of embracing vulnerability.
Vulnerability for the warrior archetype.
It is.
That sounds like an intriguing paradox.
It is, but it's about recognizing that true strength lies in acknowledging and expressing a full range of emotions, not just the tough ones. She encourages Aries men to connect with their inner strength by allowing themselves to be vulnerable, cultivating emotional intelligence, and building deeper connections with others based on authenticity and empathy.
It's a powerful message, especially in a society that often equates vulnerability with weakness.
Exactly. It's about reframing vulnerability as a superpower, a key to unlocking deeper levels of intimacy, compassion, and personal growth.
Did any other astrologers touch on similar themes?
Jessica Adams, another prominent astrologer, echoes this sentiment, encouraging them to embrace their individuality and use their strengths to forge their own path. She reminds them that their power comes from being authentically themselves, not trying to fit into any preconceived mold. It's about celebrating their unique qualities, trusting their intuition, and expressing themselves freely.
That resonates perfectly with the independent spirit of the Aries archetype.
It does, and it ties into Susan Miller's emphasis on navigating challenges with resilience and adaptability.
Okay.
This year calls for them to learn to roll with the punches, adjust course when needed, and embrace the unexpected detours that life inevitably throws their way. It's not about stubbornly clinging to plans that no longer serve them, but about being flexible and resourceful in the face of change.
Sounds like a valuable lesson for anyone, really.
It is, and Peter Vidal adds to this wisdom by focusing on making the most of opportunities and overcoming challenges strategically.
Okay.
He offers practical advice on how to leverage their strength, navigate potential pitfalls, and view 2025 as a year of immense potential for growth and success. It's about taking calculated risks, learning from their mistakes, and staying focused on their goals, even when faced with setbacks.
So a mix of inspiration, practicality, and a reminder that this year is ultimately what they make it.
Exactly. And for those who want to delve even deeper into their astrological journey, Eliza Killy offers a wealth of resources and classes for understanding Aries energy and its nuances.
Okay.
She provides tools and techniques for harnessing their fiery nature, managing their impulsivity, and cultivating greater self-awareness.
So many amazing resources for our Aries listeners to tap into. Now let's shift our focus to some specific dates that could be particularly impactful for them in 2025.
Yeah.
This is where things get really exciting.
It is.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's dive into those key dates that mark potential turning points or opportunities for growth.
What months stand out as particularly auspicious for our Aries men?
January, February, and April are months where financial rewards, family happiness, and opportunities for personal growth are likely to abound. It's a time to embrace new ventures, nurture relationships, and invest in their personal development while we don't have specific dates. The overall energy of these months is highly favorable for these areas of their lives.
Sounds like a fantastic start to the year.
It is, and the positive momentum continues into July and August, which are prime time for forming meaningful partnerships and professional collaborations.
Okay.
The energy during these months is highly conducive to networking, connecting with like-minded individuals, and exploring potential collaborations that can help them achieve their goals.
So great time to expand their circle and plant seeds for future success.
Precisely, however, as with all cycles, there are periods that call for a bit more caution.
Which months should they approach with a bit more awareness and preparedness?
March and December stand out as months that might bring financial challenges or require extra attention to maintaining emotional balance.
Okay.
It's not about being fearful, but rather about being mindful and proactive.
Got it.
Taking extra care with financial planning, prioritizing open communication in their relationships, and engaging in self-care practices can help them navigate these months with more ease and grace.
Okay, so a bit of a roller coaster ride in terms of finances and emotions during those months.
Exactly. It's about riding the waves with awareness and resilience, knowing that even challenging times offer opportunities for growth and learning.
Now, we've talked about the months, but are there any specific days of the week, colors, or numbers that might be particularly lucky for our Aries men in 2025?
The cosmos has some fun little hints for us there. Tuesday is highlighted as a particularly lucky day for them. It's a day for taking bold action, initiating new projects, and expressing their creativity.
Interesting. Maybe they should schedule those important meetings or make those big moves on a Tuesday.
It certainly can't hurt, and in terms of colors, red being their signature color is said to be especially auspicious for them this year. It's a color that resonates with their fiery nature, their passion, and their drive.
Makes sense. What about lucky numbers? Any numerical guidance from the universe?
9 and 6 are the lucky numbers for Aries men in 2025. These numbers represent completion, harmony, and service to others. It's a reminder that their success is not just about personal gain, but also about using their talents to make a positive impact on the world.
So maybe incorporate those numbers into their decision-making or even just keep an eye out for them appearing in their lives.
Exactly. It could be a subtle message from the universe, guiding them towards their highest good and reminding them of their soul's purpose.
I love that it's all about paying attention to the signs and trusting the cosmic flow. We've covered a lot of ground here, exploring the potential highs and lows, the challenges and opportunities, and the cosmic wisdom woven into the fabric of 2025 for our Aries listeners. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, are there any final thoughts you want to share about what this year holds for them?
This is a year for them to step into their power, to own their leadership, and to create a life that truly reflects their authentic selves. It's about finding that delicate balance between their fiery, independent nature and the need for vulnerability, connection, and self-care. It's about using their strengths to uplift others, to inspire change, and to make a meaningful impact on the world.
So it's not just about personal success, but about contributing to something larger than themselves.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that they are not alone on this journey, that they have a cosmic support system guiding them every step of the way, and that they have the power within to create a life that is both fulfilling and impactful.
Powerful words to end on. And for those who want to dive even deeper into their personal cosmic blueprint, we've got something special waiting for them in the next part of our deep dive.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll unlock even more cosmic secrets and empower you to make 2025 your most epic year yet.
And remember, as we move forward on this journey of self-discovery, the stars are simply a guide. The power to shape your destiny ultimately lies within you.
For the dynamic double Aries man.
We've uncovered so much already, but I'm eager to dive deeper into those aha moments.
Yeah.
What's the biggest takeaway for these men as they kind of navigate the year ahead?
I think it's all about owning their power. This year really invites them to step into their leadership, both in their personal and professional lives.
That fiery Aries energy is certainly suited for leadership.
It is.
But what kind of leadership will be most successful for them in 2025?
Well, I don't think it's about dominating or controlling others. True leadership for the double Aries man this year comes from inspiring, motivating, and leading by example. Think less commander and more visionary.
It's a more evolved form of leadership, one that's grounded in authenticity and integrity.
Precisely. It's about using their energy to illuminate the path for others, not to scorch the earth.
I love that imagery.
Yeah.
How can they cultivate this kind of leadership in practical terms? What actions can they take to kind of embody this powerful yet compassionate energy?
Yeah. Well, it all begins with self-awareness.
Okay.
They need to understand their strengths and weaknesses, their triggers and their values.
Right.
This is where those personalized audio readings can be incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
By delving into their birth chart, We can pinpoint their unique leadership style and offer guidance on how to leverage their strengths and navigate their challenges.
So it's about knowing themselves deeply
Yes,
and then using that knowledge to become the best versions of themselves as leaders.
exactly. And once they have that solid foundation of self-awareness,
Right.
they can start to build their leadership skills.
Okay.
This could involve taking courses, reading books, finding a mentor, or simply observing other leaders they admire.
So it's about investing in their growth and development as leaders, both internally and externally.
Absolutely. And as they develop these skills,
Yeah.
it's important for them to practice them in everyday life. That could mean speaking up more in meetings, taking initiative on projects, or simply being more assertive in their communication.
So it's about taking action and putting those leadership skills into practice, even in small ways.
Exactly. And as they do this,
Right.
they'll start to notice a shift in their energy. They'll feel more confident, more decisive, and more capable of handling whatever challenges come their way.
It's like they're building a muscle, that leadership muscle, through consistent action and practice.
Perfect analogy. And as that muscle strengthens,
Yeah.
they'll find themselves naturally attracting opportunities to lead, to inspire, and to make a real difference in the world.
It's like they're becoming magnets for success and fulfillment, simply by owning their power and stepping into their leadership potential.
Precisely. And that's one of the most potent gifts. 2025 offers these dynamic double Aries men.
Well said. And for those who are ready to unlock that gift, to ignite their inner fire and step into their leadership destiny, those personalized audio readings are waiting.
Just follow the link in the episode description and we can help illuminate your path to powerful leadership.
Now, before we move on, I want to touch on something we discussed earlier.
Okay.
The need for balance. Right.
It's not a word that immediately comes to mind when you think of the fiery go-getter energy of Aries, but it's essential for them to thrive in 2025. Can you elaborate on how this need for balance plays out in their lives?
You're absolutely right. Balance is crucial for them this year. We've already talked about balancing their ambition with self-care.
Right.
Remembering that they can't pour from an empty cup, prioritizing relaxation and activities that nourish their mind, body, and spirit are essential.
So it's not just about charging ahead full steam, it's about pacing themselves and replenishing their energy along the way.
Precisely, and that balance extends to their relationships as well.
Okay.
While their independence is a strength, it's also important for them to cultivate meaningful connections and nurture the bonds that matter most.
It's about finding that sweet spot between their need for autonomy and their desire for intimacy and belonging.
Exactly. It's about understanding that they can be both independent and deeply connected.
Right.
This brings us to another key aspect of balance for the double Aries man.
Finding harmony between their masculine and feminine energies.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
They do.
Tell me more about this interplay of energies. What does it look like in practice?
Traditionally, Aries is associated with strong masculine energy, action, assertiveness, leadership, but every individual, regardless of gender, possesses both masculine and feminine qualities within them.
It's not about being manly or womanly, but about embracing the full spectrum of human experience.
Absolutely. And for these Aries men, 2025 is an invitation to explore and integrate those often neglected feminine aspects of themselves.
So what might that look like in their everyday lives? How can they tap into those feminine energies?
It could be as simple as spending time in nature, connecting with their creative side through art or music, or simply allowing themselves to be more receptive and intuitive.
So it's about softening those sharp edges,
Yeah.
tapping into their emotional depth, and allowing themselves to be guided by their heart as well as their head.
Precisely by embracing these feminine qualities, they can unlock a whole new level of power and fulfillment in their lives.
It's like they're adding new tools to their cosmic toolkit,
Yeah.
expanding their range and becoming even more formidable in their own unique way.
Fantastic way to put it, and this brings us back to those personalized audio readings.
Right.
By delving into their unique birth chart, we can uncover specific insights into how these energies play out in their individual lives and offer tailored guidance for navigating the year ahead.
So it's like having a cosmic coach,
It is.
helping them unlock their full potential and navigate those tricky areas where they might be out of balance.
Exactly. It's about empowering them to make choices that align with their highest good and create a life that truly reflects their authentic selves.
Speaking of authentic selves, we haven't talked much about the spiritual side of things.
Right.
Does 2025 hold any significant spiritual growth opportunities for these double Aries men?
Absolutely. As we mentioned earlier, this is a year of profound transformation, and that transformation extends to their spiritual journey as well.
I'm sensing some exciting cosmic shifts here. Tell me more about this spiritual awakening. What might it look like for them?
Well, Saturn's transit through the 12th house, which we discussed earlier, is a key player in this spiritual evolution. This introspective period can lead to a deepening of their inner world, a greater connection to their intuition, and a desire to explore spiritual practices like meditation or energy work.
So it's like they're being guided inward to connect with their soul's purpose and tap into a higher source of wisdom.
Exactly. And the spiritual awakening can be incredibly empowering.
Right.
It can help them release old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve them, step into their authentic power, and create a life that's aligned with their soul's true calling.
It's like they're shedding their old skin and emerging as a more evolved version of themselves.
Precisely, and this transformation can have a ripple effect on all areas of their lives,
Wow.
leading to greater fulfillment, purpose, and joy.
So in addition to those practical tips for career, finances, and relationships, it's also crucial for them to nurture their spiritual side.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that they are spiritual beings having a human experience,
Right.
not the other way around.
Right.
By connecting with that spiritual essence, they can unlock a level of power and resilience that will help them navigate any challenge that 2025 throws their way.
Powerful words.
Yeah.
So it's clear that 2025 is a year of immense potential for these double Aries men.
It is.
But as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to shift gears slightly and address a question that's been lingering in my mind.
I'm always up for a good question. What's on your mind?
We've talked a lot about the positive aspects of this astrological alignment,
Right.
the drive, the leadership, the passion.
Yes.
But are there any potential downsides or shadow sides
Mm-hmm.
to this double Aries energy that they should be aware of?
That's a great question. It's important to acknowledge that every astrological sign has its strengths and challenges.
Right.
The key is to understand those potential pitfalls and develop strategies for navigating them consciously.
So what are some of the shadow sides of the double Aries personality that they might need to watch out for?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, their directness and impulsivity can sometimes backfire, leading to misunderstandings or even conflicts in their relationships.
Right, that fiery energy can be incredibly powerful.
It can.
But it needs to be channeled effectively.
Yes.
Otherwise it can burn bridges instead of illuminating paths.
Exactly. And that brings us to another potential challenge, impatience.
Hmm.
Double Aries men are known for their go-getter attitude.
Right.
But that can sometimes translate into a lack of patience for anything that doesn't move at their preferred pace.
So learning to cultivate patience,
Yes.
both with themselves and others,
Right.
is crucial for their growth and well-being.
Absolutely. And this leads us to another potential shadow side,
Okay.
a tendency towards self-centeredness. With all that fiery energy focused on achieving their goals, it can be easy for them to overlook the needs of others.
So it's about finding that balance between pursuing their own ambitions and being considerate of the people around them.
Exactly. It's about remembering that true success is not just about individual achievement. It's about creating a positive impact on the world and contributing to something larger than themselves.
And that brings us back to that idea of balance, doesn't it? It's about harnessing that fiery energy for good, using their strengths to uplift others, and creating a legacy that's both meaningful and impactful.
Precisely. And by embracing these insights and navigating those potential shadow sides consciously,
Right.
double Aries men can truly shine in 2025 and beyond.
So even though there might be some bumps along the way, it's ultimately about using those challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation.
Exactly. It's about remembering that even in the darkest of times, the fire within them can be a source of strength, resilience, and ultimately enlightenment.
Beautifully said. And with that powerful message, let's move into the final part of our deep dive, where we'll illuminate even more of the path ahead for our double Aries listeners.
We've journeyed through the potential highs and lows of 2025 for our dynamic double Aries men, exploring their strength, their challenges, and that transformative energy that surrounds them.
We've touched upon career aspirations, relationship dynamics, even those fated events that might shake things up a bit.
Yeah, and now as we enter this final segment of our deep dive, we're ready to tie it all together and leave our listeners with a profound sense of empowerment and direction.
What's the ultimate message, the guiding light, you want these Aries men to carry with them as they navigate this year ahead?
It's about recognizing the power that lies within this year is an invitation for them to step into their full potential, embrace their leadership, and create a life that's both fulfilling and impactful.
We've talked about the importance of owning their power, of
Yeah.
leading with authenticity and integrity.
Right.
How can they make this concept tangible in their everyday lives?
Well, I think it starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, they can choose to see them as opportunities for growth and learning.
Okay.
Instead of getting caught up in self-doubt, they can harness that fiery energy to fuel their determination and resilience.
So it's about transforming obstacles into stepping stones, using their inherent strength to propel them forward.
Exactly. And it's also about recognizing that they're not alone on this journey. They have a cosmic support system, a network of guides and allies, both seen and unseen,
Hmm.
who are cheering them on every step of the way.
That's a beautiful reminder that we are all interconnected, part of a larger web of energy and support.
Absolutely. And as they open themselves up to receiving this support,
Yeah.
they'll find that synchronicities, increased opportunities appear seemingly out of thin air,
Right.
and their path unfolds with greater ease and grace.
It's about trusting that cosmic flow, surrendering to the journey,
Yes.
and allowing the universe to guide them towards their highest good.
Precisely. Now, before we conclude our cosmic exploration, I want to leave our Aries listeners with a powerful affirmation,
Hmm.
like a mantra they can repeat to themselves whenever they need a boost of confidence or a reminder of their strength.
I'm all ears. What words of wisdom do you have for them?
Repeat after me.
Okay, I'm ready.
I am a warrior of light. I am a leader, a pioneer, a force for good in the world. I embrace my challenges as opportunities for growth. I trust in the cosmic flow, knowing that I am guided and supported every step of the way. I am powerful beyond measure, and I am ready to create a life that reflects my highest vision.
Wow, that's powerful. I can feel the energy shifting just by hearing those words.
And imagine the impact it will have when they repeat this affirmation daily, allowing it to seep into their subconscious and empower them from within.
It's about speaking their destiny into existence, claiming their power, and stepping into their greatness.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is the ultimate message we want to leave our double Aries men with as they embark on this exciting journey of 2025.
And for those who are ready to delve even deeper into their personal cosmic blueprint, unlock those secrets hidden within their birth chart, and receive personalized guidance for navigating the year ahead, those audio readings are waiting.
Just follow the link in the episode description and let's illuminate your path together.
Remember, the stars are simply a guide. The power to shape your destiny ultimately lies within you.
So go out there, embrace your fiery nature,
Yes.
and make 2025 your most epic year yet.
Until next time, keep shining bright, cosmic warrior.